feel like if I had something like this, if I just had like a simple plan of attack, a blueprint, a layout as to what does fitness postpartum look like, how can I ease back into it, then that would really simplify things for me and I would go into this journey a lot more confident. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to get right into another video. So in this video, I'm going to be describing to you guys 5 things, 5 components, 5 key elements that you must apply in your postpartum fitness journey. Whether you're pregnant now or you're thinking about getting pregnant or maybe you just gave birth, this video is going to be very insightful and very helpful for you. I feel like if I had something like this, if I just had like a simple plan of attack, a blueprint, a layout as to what does fitness postpartum look like, how can I ease back into it, then that would really simplify things for me and I would go into this journey a lot more confident. So I hope that you guys leave from this video encouraged. Let's get right into it. So let me just start by stating the fact that we are not trying to bounce back. We are not trying to snap back. We are trying to ease back into this, okay? So that is the most important thing. So we see a lot of postpartum transformations, women that lose an astronomical amount of weight or put on an astronomical amount of muscle postpartum, seemingly in a very quick amount of time. This can be very discouraging for a lot of us because the reality is we're all different. Our bodies are all very different and we are all going to lose the baby weight, and if we desire to put on a little bit of muscle, tone up a little bit at different rates and paces. So this is a very simplified approach, and I will say you can modify this to work for you because like I said, we're all individuals. My number 1 piece of advice is to take it slow. You have just gone through, or will go through, probably one of the most challenging experiences in your life. Your body is going to need ample time to heal and recover, especially in those first 6 weeks. So take it slow. Now, there's a 5-5-5 rule I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Something around the lines of 5 days in the bed, 5 days in and around the bed, and 5 days in and around the house. I will just insert in here again, we're all different. So that may work and be best for some mamas, but you know, realistically, like for me, I was getting out on walks, like short walks, pretty soon after I gave birth. I would say within a few days, I was like, okay, let me go outside, get some fresh air and walk a little bit. Now, I will say at some point I was pushing it as far as how much I was walking around the house, because one thing I noticed was how weak, and this was something nobody really prepared me for this. No doctor, no midwife, no video that I watched on YouTube prepared me for how weak my pelvic floor was going to feel after I gave birth. And it felt so weak to where I literally felt like I had a prolapse. And thank God I found out later I didn't. I essentially just realized, okay, things were very delicate. My body went through a lot and it really just told me, okay, I need to tone it back a little bit. Even if you're someone like me who feels like, okay, you know, I can do this. I can kind of push it a little bit. In those first few weeks, don't. Just relax. Try to relax as much as possible. Now, one thing I will say is very beneficial in the first few weeks is going to be some very, very light Pilates. Pilates are essential in your postpartum fitness routine. I actually started doing this during my pregnancy and found that this was very beneficial in building my core strength and also strengthening my pelvic floor, preparing for me to push out my baby. Postpartum, these exercises are even more vital. These exercises are going to be key in strengthening back up that pelvic floor. Your organs, you know, down there are very tired. They're very loose because they have just had to go through, you know, those contractions and labor, and it ain't no joke. Let's be real. So Pilates is going to be key. There are several different exercises that you can do, and actually I will make a separate video on that. So to just kind of walk you guys step by step, simple Pilates that you can do even while you're laying in bed with your baby. That's number one, take it slow. Number two is focus in the kitchen. So one thing that I did before I gave birth to my baby girl was make sure that I had an adequate supply in the freezer, just stocked up. Easy go-to breakfasts, snacks, even dinners I had frozen in the freezer. And let me just tell you, that helped so much, because I'm telling you, the postpartum recovery was so much more intense than I could have imagined. I felt like I just had surgery on my entire body. And I'm not trying to like scare you guys or be dramatic, but it was intense. It was very intense. So the fact that I had food in the fridge and the freezer stocked up and ready to go, that I could just grab and go, was honestly clutch. In addition to having food just ready to go, definitely want to make sure that those are healthy options, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting whole foods. Your body just went through a lot and you lost a lot of nutrients, you lost a lot of vitamin stores. So we want to work on replenishing those things. And the best way to do that is going to be focusing on a whole food diet. So whole fruits, whole vegetables, whether that's fresh or frozen, lean and fatty meats, do like a mixture, eggs. I mean, these foods are going to really drive up your nutrient stores and make you feel your best, give you more energy and all the things that you need to be a mom. You know, being a mom is a lot. It's a lot of work and it requires a lot of energy. So you want to make sure that you're choosing the right foods. This is also going to help with your breast milk supply. So be very precautious as to what you're putting in your body postpartum, especially if you plan on breastfeeding, because those nutrients are going to go into your milk supply. So when you're eating an adequate diet, rich in vitamins and minerals, you can be assured that your baby is going to benefit from that as well. And so will your milk production. So the third key element that I want to mention here is going to be quality over quantity. Let's say once you get past that 6-week mark and you're ready to start exercising again. But realistically, you may not have a whole lot of time on your hands, and that's okay. You can still get a really good workout in, whether that be 10 minutes, 20, or in half an hour. Now, honestly, it's a myth to say that you have to work out for at least an hour or two in order to get a good workout. That couldn't be farther from the truth, because if the intensity is there, then I'm telling you right now, you can get a banging workout in a short amount of time. I'm also going to be posting some videos as well around this topic, workouts that I do in half an hour, 45 minutes, but they could even be condensed down to 20 minutes. All right, so number 4 is very, very important, and this one hit me pretty hard. And that is that you may have to get uncomfortable in order to start seeing results. And what I mean by that is you may have to challenge yourself a bit more in order to reach your goals, and whatever that may be. Obviously, we're going to have a wide range of goals. Some women just want to get that baby weight off, and that's sufficient. But other women want to get it off more quickly, maybe want to add some muscle. And so whatever your goals are, it's going to be dependent on this one right here. What I did to challenge myself was I started sprinting. So probably, let's see, about a month and a half ago, I started to go for jogs, like 1.25 miles every few days. And that was huge for me because personally, I do not like running. And so for me to start doing that was just, I felt so good. Like that boost of endorphins, that boost of just healthy chemicals running through your brain was great. And that started to help me to just burn extra calories, lose extra stored body fat. And so I'm like, okay, this was the key that I needed. I saw that that greatly benefited me. Now, for you, it may not be running, it may be something else. I also transitioned from jogging into sprints, so just kind of take baby steps. I started from walking, then I started jogging, and now I'm sprinting. And it didn't just happen in one day or 1 week or even 1 month. That took time. So Like I said, it's going to look different for all of us, but that's definitely a key thing, is you may have to challenge yourself depending on your goals in order to see your desired results. And I just want to throw in there, fitness is it's not just solely, oh, I want to look good. It's when you look good, you feel good. So when you're taking your fitness seriously, especially as a mom, it's going to add so much confidence to you. It's going to add just so much mental clarity. Not about looks. It's not about, ooh, who can lose weight the fastest or put muscle on the fastest. It's not about that. But studies show that working out in general is going to add so many benefits, not just to your physical health, but also your mental well-being as well. So we have to keep that in mind. So number 5, last but not least, is going to be consistency. Consistency is key. Obviously, if you are going to be serious about your postpartum fitness journey, you're going to have to be consistent. Now, of course, there may be those days or those weeks where you're just, maybe you fell off a little bit. Maybe mentally you're just not there. Maybe you're just overtired, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But as long as you can hop back on and be like, okay, let's regroup, let's refocus and get back in there, that's what counts. And like I said, time, it can't be an excuse, because whether it's 10 minutes, 20, 30, I promise you can get a great workout in and you will see results. So consistency is key. That is number 5. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Hey, if you guys felt this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos surrounding health and fitness, and also a bit about what I do in the kitchen. And if you guys know a mama that could benefit from this information, please don't hesitate to share it. I think obviously sharing is caring, and if we all have the right information, then that'll make our postpartum fitness journeys that much easier. So thank you guys for tuning in. Have a blessed day.